Hello, my friends. Oh, yes, you are my friends, even though you think you may not know me. I'm sure many of you do. But today, you're here for a special reason, I'm guessing. You want to know more about Halloween. As we can see, it says the truth about Halloween and the world. Well, then I'll tell you. I'll tell you the history, because many people say they know what it is, they know where it comes from, but let's find out if we do. We can start at the very beginning. Very beginning. I'm sure as Christians, you all learned in your Sunday school classes about the Israelites and the people around them. Those people, they worshiped a certain god. This god was named Baal, and he wasn't a very good guy. Now, there was a reason that their God, their Lord, told them not to associate with these people. This God had a particular desire. And to serve him, you needed to fulfill this wish, which was to bring him blood. They sacrificed children. They sacrificed their sons and daughters. Maybe you've read about it in the Bible, how it says they made their children pass through the fire. This fire was the altar of Baal. Now, we can fast forward to the next several generations where this people, the Israelites, there came to them the Messiah. And suddenly there was the early church. Well, as we can see, the early church was strong. This church was undefeated. People attacked left and right. There was persecution. There was death, and yet these people, they just would not give up. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? If you can't beat them, I will join them. Now, despite persecution, despite the dangers around them, this church prevailed over and over again. So, well, think about it. You're a leader. You're a governor, an emperor. You have these people, and nothing you do gets rid of them. So, change them. Change their mind. Change their beliefs. What can you do to a people like that? One man knew what to do, and essentially, in short words, what he did was say, listen, we don't have to fight. We're all friends here. We can be nice. I can learn to be like you. Give me your scriptures. Give me your word. And in fact, since I'm the leader, I will keep it. I'll hold on to it. And you can listen to me. And I'll tell you what God says. I'll tell you what he wants you to do. This leader, Constantine, took the religion and made it a state religion. Now, you're an emperor. You want to conquer the nations around you. You want to destroy everyone, but you have a religion. What are you going to do? You merge the two. And as we see the Crusades, we had soldiers, men of war, with crosses slapped onto their shields. As they killed someone, that person knew that it was Jesus Christ who had killed them. It was Jesus, that Messiah, who was demanding that they died. This was probably the best idea we've ever had, because to tell the world that the God of peace wanted them dead, You have to admit that's pretty brilliant. We managed to take something so holy, so good, so pure, that it makes me sick, and turn it into something so despicable, so evil, so fearsome. So then what happened? Well, let's go back. Do you remember my friend Baal? This religion didn't stay where it was in Palestine. This religion had to move because we don't want just 2 or 3 people to fall for our tricks. We want the world to be deceived. So this religion moved. And as you can see, it went north. It went north to the land of Europe, where I'm sure you've heard of the Druids, which were a people who worshipped a god. This god's name was the god of death. Samhain, they called him. And this god demanded blood, just the same as Baal. This god demanded human sacrifice. He wanted children, men, women to die at his altar. And yes, they conquered the Druids. Yes, the Druids were defeated. Yes, the Romans, of all people, came and destroyed the Druids in a massacre. However, they were not able to conquer us. The religion continued. And although we did have some setbacks, we were able to once again figure out a way to change what was real into what was not real, into what we wanted reality to be. There was a certain day, a day that they celebrated their god of death. There was a day that they celebrated everything that he meant and he wanted, and this day was not acceptable. Because remember, from the Romans were the Crusaders. The Romans who defeated them said, you cannot have this. You cannot continue with your old religion. You must accept our new religion. However, they said it at the point of a sword. Who in their right mind agrees completely at the point of a sword? If I say, you will do what I want or die, sure, you'll accept it. I'm sure you would. I'm sure they did. And here is what happened. We agreed. We said, this is what we're going to do. You continue to believe whatever you want to believe, to do whatever you want to do, but we're going to change the name. You can no longer call it the Vigil of Samhain of your God. You can now call it All Hallows Eve. Continue to do what you did before, just to let us know about it. And make sure you're calling it the right name. So now we have this day, and as you can see, it's no longer the day we had before, the vigil, the evil. Now it's something nice, it's something wonderful. It's something acceptable. Something that the church didn't mind anymore. But it didn't change anything. The evil was still there, the evil that started this. The desire for blood, this generation of death was still there. And as you can see, we have succeeded in turning something deadly, something where in this religion they would build cages, put people in them, and set them on fire. This is Halloween, and it's no longer that. We've succeeded in turning it into a child's day, a day where everyone rejoices, where there's candy, where there's fun, and it has not changed a single thing. Now that you know where Halloween came from, now we're going to change ourselves a little bit. If you would trust me. Do you trust me? I should hope not. I know every single one of you has a sin. You have something in your mind that we laugh at you for. We know you did it. And there's something in you, something of which you're ashamed. I want you to think of that. That thing that follows you, that sin. Think of that. And come with me. Because we're going to go into the world. Because, my friends, Halloween wasn't the only trick we played. We made something evil look like something good. But there are more things that we did. The same thing. Something evil into something good. And I would like to show them to you. So, I would like to ask you, with your sin in mind, you're going to come over here with me, and you're going to choose something that maybe looks like your sin. We have different options for you, because not everyone has the same sin. And you're going to take your sin, and you're going to hide that Christianity, that purity, that holiness that I hate. You're going to hide it, because my friends will not like that. So please, if you can, I would like to ask everyone to stand up. Let us all stand. And one by one, I'd like us to file. First line, please, this way. Continue over there, and go ahead and get your covering, because we'd like to hide you for what you're about to see. Follow on, get your covering. And then follow me.